Good evening. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your financial market wrap-up for this Monday, the 17th of May, 2021, about 6:40 p.m. Central Time. Did you miss me this weekend? I played hooky on you. I didn't play it for my paid subscribers. They got all their updates and a lot more, quite a bit of information. But I just decided to take a break from YouTube for a day or two. You know, you count on me a lot, and I get that, but you're not a paid subscriber, and you get that. So if I take off some time, it's not like I'm breaking the bank for you, and I didn't give you something you didn't deserve. Well, when we look at the markets, you got a sea of green in the S&P and the other indices and the metal markets. The dollar's been down, sort of a stall position, I think, in a number of the currencies. Now switched to all July in the energy sector. In the grain market, we had further washout to the downside today, but maybe, just maybe, you found the bottom in some of those. When we look at the S&P 500, we're in sort of a stall phase to a correction phase. I don't know the right thing to call it. But as you can see, from the peak, and this was the peak, you've given back last week 1.33%, and so far this week, 0.14%. You're down 1.5% from the peak on the index. It's not much that you can call it, right? When we come over here to the charts, the daily charts, you can see the volatility. You got up for a high, came crashing down, and right back into the center of things. You have a pattern of a lower low, a higher high, just sort of sitting here, and guess where the 18-day average of closes is? This is your red line. That's it. So the market's just trying to figure out, what do I do next? And it's like a tired market right now. The volatility caused the Bollinger Bands to move out. You can see what they did right here. They were a lot narrower last week, and then when you came crashing through it, one day under it, and then you came right back into the bands to the 18-day average, and you just caused them to move out a little bit. You are not in a trend right here on a daily chart. In terms of the slow stochastics, they got away from being oversold down here. You can see right there is where they were oversold, and that was last Wednesday. Then the market gave you a little bit of a bounce, but you still had a reading where one of the numbers, what were they, over 30, starting to point up a little bit. They get to the 18-day average, and they're just sort of now, what do we do next? I'm not seeing anything there. In the NASDAQ, again, a higher high, lower low. You went down, challenged the 100-day average in the Bollinger Band, and got thrust right back into things. You did get very oversold, and the market is working. Present tense, working. You still have a number under 30. Working off an oversold condition, hasn't succeeded in it yet. In the Dow Jones, with today's action, you end up with lower highs and certainly lower lows, the definition of a downtrend. It's 100% countered by the fact that the market's over the 18-day average of closes. So you've got bias up, the trend down, and momentum flat. There's really nothing there. In the Russell, you have the higher high, lower low, a pretty common theme right here, trying to find your way between Bollinger Bands, the 100-day average as support, and getting back up to resistance at the 18, and that's what the 18 is now. In the VIX, you had that spurt to the upside and gave back 9 points. That's big. It's a third of it. And it did it in all of, 24 hours, 48 hours, from the peak to hitting it, and today you're just playing in between the 18 and the 100-day. To get bearish in this market, you've got to get under 1866. If it does it, that's a sign that the stock indices want to continue up a little bit. In the bond market, suddenly the market's getting comfortable again under the 18-day average of closes. Now, the negative to all that is that you're very oversold and not trying to embed. So that's a big negative. I don't know that it's going to be doing much more than playing in between that Bollinger Band and the 18-day average right here. If it takes out Monday's high, Monday's low was 156.16. That's what I meant to say, which it hasn't done. Well, that would then give me the lower high, lower low scenario at least, but with an oversold market, not much I see anybody wanting to do. I got the same problem in the 10-year, you've just married yourself to the 18-day average of closes. In the dollar index, things are on the bear side, but very oversold. It is a rough charting period right now, not one that's easy. In the euro currency, it's the flip-flop of the dollar. It's overbought in an uptrend. I look for big support back here. These are the last rally highs, so the market is certainly into the thick of things there. British pound still bullish. You know, they've reopened their economy. Things are going to improve there. They're going to improve in a lot of countries. The U.S. today's announced we're giving away, what, 20 million vaccines of ones that have been approved in America besides the AstraZeneca that we're doing. That's what you got to do. You got to help the world out here. Bitcoin, look at how this market has just let go. Elon Musk. I mean, every time he tweets, the market goes absolutely bonkers on it. He's become his own Reddit and self-fulfilling guy. Problem there, SEC. Be careful, Mr. Musk. You're not bigger than when they decide to come after you. And they could say, you know, everything you're doing is creating, what, manipulation? I don't know what you'd call it. And I'm not saying that he's not, but when you're one of the richest men in the world and you keep doing that, probably not the smartest thing you can do. Why is he doing it? It's the other thing. The difference between July Brent and WTI, well, it's back down under that 18-week average. This hasn't been real helpful recently. More times than not, you'll get into a trend and it works like that or this. This is now just one of these waves, and recognize that. Not the most helpful indicator right now. It will be again. In the Brent, you're very overbought. It's the first thing my eye goes to. I see the markets holding over the 18-week moving average of closes. The bias is up, but the trend is defined by the swing line is down. When I come over to WTI, I have the opposite. I have a higher high, lower low, overbought, not even trying to embed. A lot of resistance at 67.21. I've moved to the July gasoline now, and I'm looking for big support at that 18-week average. It's been offering it. Why shouldn't it? We'll see tomorrow's API numbers, and then we get the EIA numbers coming out on Wednesday morning. So it is an interesting time in the market, but it's not a great trading time. And that's what my subscribers pay me to tell them. They want to know, is there something to do, something not to do? What are your trade ideas and what are your warnings? And that comes with experience. So they bounce their ideas. They wake up in the morning, they go, what should I be doing? Now, you know I'm talking about, we're going to have this new feature called What's Up. I know that today I had a whole report on it, where they're at with the different parts of it, our mailings and all. Could be this week. They are working like son of a guns to get it done. It's going to be a mainstay feature that we do. You can watch a number of things that we do on our website. You can also join us for different things. Each of my videos, by the way, in the morning, I cover all the morning news for my traders, give them my opinion as to what the news means if you're getting government reports, cover all these markets in that certain way, and try to give you something that I think makes some sense. How do you take advantage of it? It's simple. I don't make these things expensive. They're intentionally like a cup of coffee. $7.95 for the first 30 days. If you're a Starbucks drinker, you're spending more than that in a month on it, and yet you're getting 24 of my videos, each approximately 20 minutes long, specific, buy here, sell there. I think it's a lot better for a lot of people. They see it on a chart, they see the chart picture. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? My full research takes that a further step. Now I'm giving you the reports, I'm analyzing the daily fundamentals, giving you my take on what's going on. The combination, I think, pretty good. You can call my staff if you'd like to subscribe. You can go to our website under the word research. All of our programs are there. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.